How's it going, guys? Jake with Bond Performance. Just got done building some Mark 7 production parts in stainless. That's a lower downpipe piece that will connect in 3-inch to this mid pipe, which is consisting of a Vibrant 17950 resonator, and it'll continue on back to valved exhaust, true 3-inch all the way out, QuickTime performance valve, a Borla muffler. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today is the first time I've tried titanium, so I'll give you my thoughts and show you how that worked out. The Vibrant sent me a try titanium weld kit, and it's got some useful information in there as well as their product line. So they sent filler rod, some flat plate, and some 3-inch offcuts. So I started with the flat plate, just like stainless. Very critical that you keep the material clean. Just being the first time doing it, I didn't set up any way to purge the backside of the material, so it did get contaminated. But just use the same settings I use for stainless, about 45 to 48 CFH at the torch, and turn the machine down to about 65 amps. I didn't run that high because this is 40 thousandths, but just to give me some headroom. So it, in my opinion, it went well for my first time. Kept most of the color out of it. One thing that I will say about titanium, for those who haven't tried it, the material in the puddle is actually very sticky. So you have to be aware of that with your filler rod. I ran into trouble a couple times. You can see where short runs end up kind of getting the filler rod stuck and then running into it with the tungsten, making a mess. But it worked out all right, and it's a lot of fun to try. I've always wanted to, just kind of always push it back. And for the round tubing, things went about the same. I did find the limits here. This was the very end of it. I wasn't really taking my time. I was kind of getting more daring with how long I was going. Titanium does dissipate heat very quickly, but I reached its critical temperature here and ruined it, basically. Kind of blew a hole in it here, filled most of it in, but it just stopped because that, it's not a part that's actually going to be used. This area here was where I had some fit up issues that turned into tacks gone wrong. So part of the problem also is using such short pieces. I had my back purge set up on there for this, but as you can see, you're kind of limited on using plugs when the overall length of the part's only about 3 inches long. But it was really cool to try. I highly recommend giving titanium a whirl, even if you're like me and you might not run into a practical application from like a production part standpoint, but it's always good to have that skill set in your pocket, or at least know what you're getting into if you get into a repair on like a motorcycle or Corvette exhaust. Not everybody knows, but like the Z06, I know the C5, I'd imagine from then up, the Z06 catbacks are titanium. So could run into repair work for that. So I've got some filler rod left. Another thing I didn't realize right off the bat is that they had sent a few different sizes of filler rod. So I got to try from one extreme to the other with a thicker filler rod. Probably, I want to say it was bigger than 065, but I didn't measure it, all the way down to it was really small stuff. I already put it away, or I'd show you guys. But yeah, the Tri-TI kit, give it a whirl. It was fun, good experience. And when you're checking out phenomenal welders like Hill Welding and those guys on Instagram that are doing exotics day in and day out, it always kind of makes you wonder what it's like. So it's cool to put into perspective the talent that those guys have. You know, unobtainium, all those guys are always filling our feeds on Instagram. So if you haven't, speaking of social media, please hit that subscribe button. I've got a bunch of offcuts myself in stainless. I plan on giving away some coming up here when I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. And being a subscriber will be a stipulation. So if you want an offcut kit to help dial in your skills on stainless, maybe you're new to TIG welding in general and want to figure out your settings, your back purge setup, and the number one name of the game is cleanliness, to keep those welds from being contaminated. So yeah, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see in titanium. I've always kind of thought about doing the charge pipes on my car, just kind of as a talking point, if nothing else. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.